All right, welcome back. This is Cult of Elections, and today we're going to be going over a 2024 election night scenario that has Pete Buttigieg going up against Mike Pence. All right, so this is more of an attempt to diversify the candidates here. I did more of a joke one yesterday, so I'm going to do more of a serious one today. Not to say, like, if it happened, the one yesterday, Bush versus Obama, like, that's how I definitely see the map would go. However, like, obviously that's impossible. So yeah, this is definitely a possible matchup, and it's probably one of the most likely ones for 2024. So yeah, I'm filling in some obvious Democrat states if you can't tell. And I'll throw the hat in for some Republican states too. Okay. Okay, yeah, obvious, that's right. Okay. So that leaves us a lot here. I think with the way Colorado, New Mexico, and Virginia have been shifting, having someone who the media likes to call more of a centrist candidate like Pete Buttigieg would do wonders for the Democratic Party. So I would put those in the safe category. However, I think nominating someone like Mike Pence would bring a lot of conservatives home. You wouldn't really have the never Trumpers going out and disliking Pence, things like that. So we can throw some of these states that, well, Indiana was going to be safe regardless, but yeah, some of those states that we wouldn't really consider safe before, but yeah, I put those in the safe column. Also, let me give Maine 2nd District to, sorry, 1st District to Pete. Okay, so what do we have left here? Gonna go ahead and go through some likely states. I think Minnesota, New Hampshire remain in the likely column, especially in this scenario. I don't think Buttigieg changes the tables too much from Joe Biden. So I think they would remain about solid. And a lot of these states would remain pretty solid here. We could throw in some likely states. I think Iowa and Ohio would definitely carry over the Trump support to Pence here. And yeah, that's pretty much it for likely states, oddly enough. I'm going to move on to lean states. Actually, no. Maine at large. So it's an easy one to forget because when you click into it, it doesn't really light up. So yeah, that's an easy one to forget. So I think Maine 2nd District would remain in the Republican column here. They went for Trump. I think they would go for Pence here. Texas, I think, would be lean Republican. If Joe Biden couldn't really come that close to doing it, I don't think Buttigieg would come that close to doing it. And yeah, like I said, I say this like almost every video. I think Texas has at least one more round in it, going Republican. And that will obviously be a problem for Republicans in the future. Okay. I think that Florida would remain lean if Republicans continue to push the whole Democrats are socialist thing. That's not really going to win back Cuban support. So it's not going to really change much in Florida. Florida being about a 3-point margin. I think it remained about the same. Maine's 2nd District, I think, goes back to the Republican column. And yeah, I say that because they voted for a Republican in the House. So they're not afraid of Republicans. They may have just been more afraid of Trump. And we've seen that in states that Republicans were outvoted by, well, no, they outvoted Trump pretty much down the ballot. Which I think that's kind of weird, but yeah, that's just how it is. Let's keep this video more interesting. I will go ahead and delegate Nevada in the lean column. It's just kind of rock solid. I don't think Pete or Pence is gonna sway the state too much either way. It'll probably remain about the same like it's been for the past 4 years. Whether it be Senate, whether it be president, it's pretty rock solid in that lean column. However, I think Pence would win back Arizona, and he would win back Georgia. I think minus all the Trump hate here, it's not going to bring a lot of people out to vote out of Arizona and Georgia too much. And I think perhaps Joe Biden, being the vice president of President Obama, possibly brought out some black vote in Georgia. And if that's the case, with that tilt margin there, it definitely won him the state. Among other things. There's a lot of other things, but that could be one of the reasons. So I think it would win that back. However, I think that the entire Rust Belt goes to Buttigieg here, bringing him to 273. And I say that if Trump couldn't bring out the enthusiasm here, he campaigned heavily in Wisconsin, heavily in Michigan, heavily in Pennsylvania, and he still couldn't do it the second time around. And you can kind of add in the fact that the country is sort of shifting more left, and I mean, Pence is practically farther to the right than Trump, so I don't think that's gonna help there. I think Pete Buttigieg is a lot more likable than Biden. So yeah, one state left to categorize. It will not make the difference. I think North Carolina tilts for Pence. Trump won it both in 2016 and 2020. And then you could say subtract the Trump hate. This is sort of becoming a Republican-ish state. Never mind. I don't want to say that. It's not really much of a Republican state. I think it could easily go to Buttigieg here. But, I mean, because Trump won it 2 times in a row, it's kind of hard to delegate it any other way, in my opinion. So yeah, there you have it. Very close election. I think, well, Pence is pretty popular to become a party nominee in the Republican Party. And so is Buttigieg here. A little bit of a diversified little scenario here. But, you know, I'm trying to get a lot more candidates on my channel. If you have any suggestions, leave it in the comments down below. Be sure to like the video. And, oh, yeah, subscribe for more daily content. Peace.